What's up, everybody? I hope you guys are having an amazing day. It is right now Tuesday, May 27th, 9:12. And why I'm kind of quiet today is because I just been doing a lot of thinking, a lot of just thinking within myself, thinking about where I was and where I am now. And it's a really deep thing to me to know that I always used to play this victim mentality. And when I played that victim mentality, it was never something that I thought was wrong. And here's the thing. If this is you, and I'm going to give you guys an example of saying, I'm in this position because, my family was, poor, or my family didn't have this, or my family didn't have that. But me, I was in the situation where I was the exact opposite. My family had everything, but I had nothing. And that hits you deeply because most people, they think, oh, just being a kid living in the suburbs, of Michigan, Livonia. If you guys don't know my background, I'm from Michigan. I lived in Livonia. But the one thing is I always played the victim's mentality every single day. And I was the kid growing up that didn't have good grades. I used to smoke weed. I was doing a lot of bullshit. I was talking about that in my last video. If you guys want to go give it a watch, it's right here. But I was smoking weed. I was hanging around people that were doing meth, cocaine. And this is right in front of my eyes. At such a young age, 16 years old, seeing someone doing coke and seeing someone pop pills. It was the worst thing I've ever saw in my life. I literally thought that I never would ever see that in my life at all. Especially growing up. I grew up around nice kids. When I was back in elementary school, I had, a really good group of guys. Kyle, Brandon, Jalen. Me and Jalen, we're with each other right now. He's one of my homies since 6th grade. We live together down here in Miami. He's been grinding. But to know where I went from there, it really goes to show that how much everything can fall when you think that you built up this good community of people, especially at such a young age, right? So I remember that whole friend group was fading away. It was just fading. But then after that started fading, I started entering into a new friend group, because that's what happens when when you're younger, you're feeling alone, you don't really know what to do with the rest of your life. You're confused. Let me turn this off real quick because this is the fan. The main thing was the fact of where I was at the time. And this all has to go back into, playing the victim as well. So just get ready. I'm not there yet, but I'm telling you guys the background story of my life and, how everything fell down and how I got back up, etc. And stopped having that mentality, because this is very important, guys. So if you guys can, take notes or just listen, just watch it, because this could help you as well. Could help you, pass that victim's mentality, help you get out that situation that you're in right now, and understand that you're better than where you think you're at right now. You could be farther than you think. That whole friend group, everyone moved, everyone distanced themselves away, and then I started distancing myself from reality. That's when I started, first hit my first vape. I still can't even forgive myself for that, because I've been vaping for 10 years of my whole life. I don't do it anymore. I quit 5 months ago. Don't really know. 5 months ago to a year ago. I really had to quit that. But, hit my first vape. Was a victim to that. Of society. That's what happens to people. But I did that. And I just was falling down. Started vaping. I started going to someone's house after school every single day. And mind you, this is in 9th grade. Because 8th grade, that's when everything shifted. It was just okay, done with middle school. Now it's high school. And this was the time of my life where I was transitioning that summer into doing bad shit like vaping. Doing all the hard shit that I should not be doing. And you guys might be thinking, no, it's just vaping. Yeah. That's the victim's mentality. Exactly what I'm telling you. When you're telling yourself shit is good when you are destroying your lungs, killing yourself. What do you think your family would think in the hospital bed? When you're in the hospital bed thinking about your life and thinking about where you're going to be. Think about that. Do you think your mom would be super excited, or your dad would be super excited, or your family in general would be excited for you sitting on that hospital bed? Down bad, broken lungs, just lungs collapsed. I don't think so. I really don't think it would be. And that's the path I was going. I was going down a really bad path. I was doing that on top of, this is the beginning of high school. Then I just started continuously going to this person's house and smoking weed every single day. Now I built up that habit of smoking weed. And then school, man. Dude, a lot of people fucking hate school. I did too. But you want to know why I really hated school and why I thought I was different from everybody else? I thought I was better. And that was the problem. I thought just because I was the cool kid that could skip school, smoke weed, go into class high as shit, not study, I was always playing the victim's mentality towards my parents, towards my teachers, towards everybody in my life. I was playing the victim's mentality. I truly was pissed off. Like there was something in me that thought I was so fucking cool. And that's why I continuously did the same things every single day. Smoking weed, told you guys this is 9th grade, seeing people doing cocaine, seeing people doing meth, seeing people doing these drugs in a garage, people, bullying me, people that were, in the garage that didn't like me. They just wanted me if I put money into buying weed or I put money into buying these certain things. That was my whole life in high school. It was dark because every time I'd come back from school, I would sit in my bed and I would just think about demonic things. What am I going to smoke next? I can't afford this next vape. I was barely working at the time. I think I was working at Panera when I turned 16, I think, but not too much money. I was always worried about, my dad told me I couldn't spend it because he wanted me to save, which is really a good guy. I really appreciate him for that. But also at the same time, I still played that victim's mentality every single day, no matter what. I woke up and I was depressed. I had anxiety. I played the victim. I told my mom, I told everybody around me that I just wasn't lucky. I just wasn't as smart, or I just wasn't like anybody else. But that's the exact reason on why I'm telling you, you need to stop playing the fucking victim's mentality, because that shit in life doesn't work. I'm trying to tell you, once you get out of high school, you have to get out of that realm of your life. That's what we call the victim's fucking mentality. You keep on blaming other people or blaming certain situations in your life. You're blaming it on that than just yourself. If I could have simply been like, okay, if I analyzed my life when I was back in high school and I was like, okay, what can I change? How can I be better? But it wasn't like that. I was just depressed. I had anxiety. I was telling myself that, I wasn't going to make it in, what caused that was getting a girlfriend for that period of my life, 2 years, and completely destroyed me. She was doing the same things, drugs, behind my back, doing these certain things, boom, boom, boom. Man, it just goes to show, truly leading up to this moment of how much that victim's mentality can play into the whole rest of your life if you remain the same. If you don't do anything and you stay in the same situation every single day, year by year, you will stay, because those 4 to 5 years of high school, or 4 years of high school, went by so fucking quick, to the point where when I got out of high school, or it was during quarantine, I was lost, man. I was stuck. I always played that fucking victim shit. Anytime I would, get bad grades, or I would, keep on smoking weed in school, I'd wonder why I was getting D's and E's, because of fucking shitty ass mentality. It's garbage, bro. I was using all the vices to cope with all the things deep down that I was insecure about. I was hiding the fact that I didn't really know what I wanted to do with the rest of my life. So I would cope with weed, drugs, and just, dude, one night, I'm only telling you guys this because I have to share this. There's just one night where it's just like, it was all gonna end, bro. Like, one time, just one thought, one step away from just taking a whole bottle of Xanax, just because I wanted to end it, bro. Just because I wasn't thinking of the way out. I wasn't thinking, what can I do to actually better myself than doing this one gateway out, and that was completely just going away out of this earth. And now that I look back at it, it was so fucking selfish, and I don't bring it up, that story, a lot because it's selfish. The fact that I felt that way just because it was my fault, just because I didn't want to get out that situation, that victim's mentality almost did that to myself. So if you're in that same situation right now, snap the fuck out of it. Stop thinking about what you're doing right now. Think about where you can be if you do better. If you actually implement certain things in your life, like mindset, training, focusing on your nutrition, focusing on your habits, good habits, getting off the bad habits. Have you ever thought about that? Or have you just simply just go back to yourself and say, yep, it's all over now. I'm just gonna give up. I'm gonna sit down and I'm just gonna fucking, be this person that doesn't commit to anything else in his life but to fucking smoke weed, do drugs, hang out with hoes, do two-mans with their friends, hanging out with fucking people that they don't even care about you. That's a fucking victim's mentality. You are a victim to that shit. Stop playing it. Stop going back down the same paths and the same roads that you continuously keep going back to. There's a reason why you're not where you want to be. And there's a reason why I wasn't where I wanted to be. And now there's a reason where I am right here teaching people on where I've been and how they can get away from that, or get away from the victim's mentality, get away from those vices, getting away from those excuses. Now I can change people's lives, but knowing the fact I was so close from ending it, that is what hit me. Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. I'm recording a video. I'm almost done. I'll call you right back.
All right, bye.
Bye. I was so close from ending it all just because I was the victim to society. I was the person that woke up every single day and lied to himself. Told him that he was on the right path to success within his subconscious mind, but no actions were provided. Nothing was there. No deep work was there. No deep thinking, no journaling, no praying, no God, no nothing. And you were just gonna give up. So you're gonna sit there, you're gonna have the same mentality, the same victim's fucking mentality, and do nothing about it every single day. It's fucking bullshit, man. Because if I could go back in time, and you can't ever go back in time, and that's the problem. And that's the thing. You can't go back in time, but guess what? You can move forward and you can learn from this video if you're going through these things in your life. Be careful of what you're actually telling yourself, and be careful what you believe in and what you ask for. If you are struggling, I'm gonna give you guys a few ways to implement some things that can help you get away from those suicidal thoughts, that victim mentality, that bullshit fucking I need this, I need that, to the drugs, the prescriptions, the weed, the antidote, the little short-term dopamine rush that's gonna solve the reality right now, but then you're gonna wake up in the morning and you're still gonna have a shitty ass job, a shitty ass mentality. I want you guys to start reflecting. Write in your journal, ask yourself, why am I in this position? Why do I think the ways that I think? What am I doing on a day-to-day basis? Every single fucking day. Every single fucking day. Every single fucking day. That's what I do. I write to myself, and I have short-term and long-term goals. How do you expect to want to live on this earth for the rest of your life if you're bullshitting, waking up every single day, not doing what you need to do? You know what you need to do. You need to journal. You need to write a blueprint for yourself so you exactly know what direction you're going. That's step number 1. Step number 2, get your fucking ass to the gym. Go to the gym, start working out, start being that person in the mirror that you respect more and more every single day. Because if you don't, you're gonna be skinny, you're gonna be fat, you're gonna be unhealthy, chance of fucking ending your whole life just over a disease. Go start to eat healthy as well. Start to eat healthy. Start to plan your meals. Write in your journal too as well exactly what you're eating, what you're gonna hit at the gym. Be organized. Organization. Go on Google Calendar that they taught you in high school, but you're too lazy to understand like I was. Go learn how to use it. Go look up a video. Actually, matter of fact, I will have a video coming out on my channel very, very soon teaching you on how you could do that as well. Go plan your days out. Don't be fucking lazy. Don't be like everybody else in this population and society that tells you it's okay to just eat this bullshit, this McDonald's, this Burger King that's gonna fucking destroy your mindset even more and make you depressed. The foods you're putting in your body, that's why you have brain fog. That's why you're not motivated. That's why you're fat. That's why you're skinny. That's why you're lazy. Don't blame your metabolism. Stop being the victim of blaming everything on just simple other bullshit that you can control. The controllable is always gonna be controllable. The uncontrollable, you can always maneuver around that and try to figure out certain situations how to make the situation better. But you guys are still doing the same shit, bro. Get off the fucking Burger King. Get off the McDonald's. Stop having a shitty belief system and stop giving society all of your money for bullshit. Eating healthy is not expensive. Going to the gym is not expensive. Planet Fitness was $5 to $10 every single day when I first started going to the gym. It started to change my life, and I started to wake up early in the morning, have a passion, have a purpose, had something to look forward to, so it can give you that, right? So you don't have to be a victim to the gym anymore. You don't have to be a victim to being fat, being skinny. Everyone's a victim. Be careful on what you're fucking telling yourself, because it's just a belief system at the end of the day. You are of what you believe. And if you don't seek to go see, you won't believe. You have to believe in order to see. Whatever you want to accomplish in your life, you're gonna have to believe it. And then you're gonna have to go actually take the action steps and apply and learn, apply and learn. Go into your journal, write down every single thing of your every single thought. And I want you to be honest with yourself. If you're a lazy fuck, then call yourself a lazy fuck. I don't care. Because that's what I had to do. I had to say, why are you being a little bitch every single day? You're complaining in this journal that you don't have these things, but then you're not working hard. Okay, cool. Next day later. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. Okay, cool. Every single day you're working harder and harder and harder. Dude, do you think this is like fun to me? No, it's not fun to me, but it's what I have to do to fucking succeed and actually get shit done. Do you think NBA players or football players they're just having fun every single day? It's their job. They're gonna be bored at one point. But when you're bored and you actually show up every single day, that just means you're a dog. That just means you have that mentality, like you could do anything and you believe yourself that you could accomplish any type of goal that you want to be. How do you think all the entrepreneurs work? You think they want to sit at their desk 24/7? No, they are fucking dogs. They're bored every single day. And if they're not bored, they're not going to feel it like it every single day. Get your ass up and actually go to the gym. Get your ass up and eat healthy. Get your ass up and actually learn. Get your ass up, actually apply. Stop just having that fucking victim's mentality, bro. You are completely killing yourself. I didn't do the same, the morning routine, the cold showers like I've been doing if I don't wake up on time. I only reward myself when I tell myself certain things that I do. But if I don't do it, why do I deserve it? Why do I deserve what I have now if I don't work hard for it? So once you start to show up when you're bored, once you start to show up when you don't feel like it, once you start to show up when everything's going to shit in your life, once you start to show up when you have no money, once you start to show up when you are down on your knees praying to God for forgiveness and actually trying to do better, you gotta give that up. You will only see success only if you believe it, only if you work hard. Don't listen to anybody on the internet telling you that it's a get rich quick scheme. So I'm gonna tell you guys this. I'm gonna do something very, very special for you guys in this video, but I want you guys to fully listen and write down notes if you guys can. If you guys are struggling with this, you're not alone. My calendar in my description, book a call with me. If you're really serious about changing your life, Seriously, if you're actually serious about changing your life and changing the whole directory and learning the things that I learned over time that I could just give it to you, a blueprint, you have to be rewarding. You have to want it bad. Fill out all that information, see if you're qualified, because I only want dogs on my team. I only want winners. I call it the winner circle because I only want winners on that team that are willing to push past all their limits. They don't care what's going on. They don't care if life comes in the way, because guess what? They're still a winner at the end of the day, working on themselves every single fucking solitary day and not giving up. Maybe I did get a little heated at the end just because I'm super passionate about helping people and helping you guys understand that. Be 1% better every single day. Don't let the demons get to you. Don't let the devil get a hold of you. Always keep God first. Always keep yourself second. Always keep your family close. Always keep the real friends, the people that actually have your back and want you to succeed. Remember, stop fucking playing the victim's mentality. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.